Hey there. So, it's been really on my mind um about matriarchy versus patriarchy. And I've been doing a lot of research. That's why I kind of been in the background. I've been doing a lot of research on what it is and what it's not. Um I'm really realizing we're under a really bad system. Um they call Mother Nature that nature is mother, right? And if we ever think about, have you ever walked in nature before? If you haven't, you should. If you don't know what grounding is, if you don't, you should. If you don't know what hugging a tree is, if you don't, you should. If you don't know what growing plants in your house is, you should. Live plants. Now you can have some fake ones, but especially plants that channel energy, a plant that really resonates with human emotions, get those plants. Because what those plants will do will watch how you talk, watch how you speak. I have one in my office right now. And there are things that this plant can do. I'll be like, oh, okay. I remember one day I was like very, 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 very just not in a good mood. My mood was off. And then my son came home from school and he was in a bad mood. So we both were in a bad mood together. And by the time I got off from work, my plant was drooping. I was like, something said, Missy, look at that plant. I said, oh, no, 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 no. So before I got off, I said, Daniel, mommy is not having a good day. And I don't think you're having a good day either. So we're going to get her something yummy to eat. And we're going to be cool. Okay? We're not going to take our bad moods out on each other because it's not fair. Not fair to you. It's not fair to me. And he told me what happened at school. He had a bad day. And Daniel have a bad day when he don't. Daniel put goals in his head that, baby, his mom ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay? Because I didn't do that when I was young. Those kind of goals that Daniel set for himself, I wasn't doing it. And I'm 8 years old. And when Daniel don't meet his goals, Daniel get edgy. Who the mama here? Me or you? But I've always believed, ever since he came into this world, that he was given to me for a reason. I dreamed about Daniel before he got here. The kid he is was the kid from my dreams. Um, God just warned me about him. I knew that he was coming. I told the guy that I was engaged to, I just knew it. Like it was a knowing in me that Daniel was coming. I didn't know the schematics of how he was going to get here. I just knew a child was coming that I was going to have to take care of. So I had to really get my life together. And that child is 8 years old now. And I swear he is ahead of his time as far as how children think. I'm the most proud of it. I just, the crazy thing about it, because he is the way he is about his own goals, I have to I have to nurture him, you know, and tell him truth. hmm And so, I have really been, I know what matriarchy is, don't get me wrong, but I never studied it for the use of a role that I have to take. right? And so I've noticed some things. And just like I knew Daniel was coming, I know that I'm going to have to be a matriarch of this family, of my little village. And I want to know what that entails. How does that work? And I've been not going down a rabbit hole, but being enlightened. I even went down a hole about menopause. Um, I read that, now this is what the indigenous people say about menopause. Okay. It changed my mind about being gay when I realized what the indigenous people said about a person with two spirits. Completely changed my mind about how I feel about people that are gay. Like, in my mind, there are people with two spirits. And learning that when you bleed, you lose a lot of things, even up to the point, like, because I'm a more conscious person today than I was before, I pay attention when I get my cycle. I am very tired. And no matter how much I try to trick myself to do things, I'm tired. I just want to lay down. hmm I lose a lot of my brain function when my cycle is on. My thoughts are really scattered. Uh, I don't have clear thinking when I'm on my cycle. Never noticed that until I started paying attention to myself, right? And you you lose energy, you lose vitality, you lose brain function, you lose a lot of things when you are on your cycle. You crave food that you wouldn't even eat. You crave food you would never eat. Um, or combinations of food you would not put together like that. But you know, um, my guilty pleasure when I am French fries with ketchup. Now you would never catch me messing around with no ketchup. I don't play with ketchup, even as a child. I was like, can I have barbecue sauce? I would rather barbecue sauce. I have never been a ketchup girl. Never. Ketchup has never been my thing. Um, but on my cycle, French fries with ketchup is the bee's knees. Oh my God. And I went some. Oh, I know. I reminded myself just as easy. So I went to this Chicago place on the north side. Oh, they expensive. I don't even see how they in business. When you look around where they located. Okay, Misty. See, I'm telling you, that's why you need to talk out loud. Things. You see how I'm having all these conflicts with talking out loud. So now that I'm saying this crap out loud and it's out of my head into the universe, right? Um, I see why they're expensive because right where they are, this side and this side, I can see people spending money to eat out but don't really have it. But at the once you pass the light, that's what money is. So I get it. I get it. Plus, their food is really, really good. And they had the type of fries that I like. Get out of here. The type of French fry. I was like, I like these French fries right here. Put a little ketchup on them. They're the bee's knees. But that's my cravings when I'm on my cycle. So it's a lot of things I'm learning when I'm on my cycle. Like even like how quick my mind is. Like, how quick? It's slow. It's like, I find myself having to read things 3 and 4 times. So those are things that I just never noticed that I'm noticing now. And I think that there should be some things done to help women while they're ovulating. Because truth be told, a woman only get 2 weeks out of a month of normalcy. The next 2 weeks is chaos. So if you think about it in a woman's body, 2 weeks she's normal, 2 weeks she's not. 2 weeks she's normal, 2 weeks she's not. It's only 4 weeks to a month. So I think we need to, as women, find balance in when we have our cycle. Like, look at our patterns, look at our behaviors, what we do. Like, are we very sentimental? Are we very bitchy? Are we very moody? Or is it all in combination? Are we in pain? Because the truth is, and this is what I've learned, people do not understand, especially men, do not understand the agony of pain that your body can go through when it's ovulating and when your cycle is on and whatever your body is going through. I don't think people really understand the pain that's associated with that. And pain in your back, pain in your legs. Like, I don't think especially men are really aware of that, but they should be, right? And so while I'm doing this, you're going to see me typing and because I'm really working. I'm just uploading some personal information that other people's eyes can't see, if that makes sense. And I was just dealt, this is not a blow, I'm not going to say that. I was given the privilege to have access to this information. And so only me and another person can touch it. So all these emails have to come to me or her. Right? I've been really seeing some interesting things. Like some interesting things. I am gonna try something and I'm gonna vlog about it. I am going to go on the nicotine patch. I am perimenopausal. And my body is going through it, and so is my mind. So, what I am going to do is use the nicotine patch for cognitive functioning. And I'm also going to vlog it to say what I've experienced from the nicotine patch. I am experiencing some system issues from taking the poker. But I had no choice, unfortunately. And it makes me think, really, really, really makes me think about how you can be forced to do something that everything in me said, don't do it, Misty. Everything in me said, don't do it. It even got so bad while I was in line, I, I was tripping. Someone was like, what kind of room can you duck off in? They had everything like sealed up. You couldn't duck off in rooms. I was like, what room can I duck off in and stay in till this is over? Like, I was trying to find an exit strategy. And my lymph nodes swelled up, and I had to go to employee health and had a full screening on my body. But I thank God I haven't experienced that again. But I do believe that my body builds up inflammation. My body was never doing this. I am a frequent go to the doctor. Okay, I don't not go to the doctor, baby. If you go to my doctor, they can tell you when I start. They was like, "Oh, you been going here since?" I've been going to the doctor. I'm playing, okay. I don't care if it's twice a year. I'm going to the doctor. I believe in going to the doctor. And so I am noticing things that one thing I know for sure, a doctor just cannot fess up and say, yeah, a lot of what you're feeling is that. They can't say that. They cannot say that. And I feel the worst that they can't say it, that you have to look your patients in the damn face and knowing that it's some things that you probably need to give to them that you can't. You have to have willful ignorance as a doctor. And a lot of people are leaving. A lot of doctors are saying, I've done my time. I'm not doing this anymore. I think my lovely doctor, I think she is going out the door, and she is the most helpful. She don't really say it. She's an Asian lady. She don't say it, but she do say, hey, So I've noticed that inflammation in my body builds up. And you have a lot of illnesses out there that are, and cancer, that is inflammation based, stress in your body, And I do not ever remember a doctor ever telling me about inflammation nowhere in my body, like what started to happen. And they just couldn't find out what, So now all, information is out from the poker. This is happening, it's sterile, and you're this, and you're that, and you're other. And people kept saying that was happening to them, and people denied it and lied to their faces. So, I've been experiencing some health issues that a doctor won't address. I have to. Okay. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get on the nicotine patch and see what that does for my cognitive function and my brain health. If you know, you know, and if you don't, go find out. Okay? I also the hell? Oh Lord, let me tell you something. When you get a house, you will see bugs you ain't never seen in your damn life. From when it like got some right there. How they get there? Anyway, this spring to summer thing, oh Lord. Matter of fact, I'm going to Home Depot today, me and my daddy, and get my little stuff. I buy this fire ant killer, orchid fire ant killer, and I probably buy 4 things of them. And we put on masks and gloves and sprinkle it all around my house. All around the house. Sprinkle it to keep these weird looking bugs out of my house. And it works. It works. I tell people it works. They can sit on their hands. Do you know these people had roaches forever? And I told them how to get roaches out their house, and they would listen to me until I had to literally get the stuff, buy the stuff, take it to their house and put it down. And got rid of their roaches. And they was like, oh my God. I said, but I've been telling you this for years. Why are you still having bugs in your house? You don't have to. Anyway. So people don't listen, y'all. So hey, it is what it is. Um, but I get that, and I use it faithfully. I faithfully use it in my house, like behind my stove, behind my refrigerator, in these little corners, in my kitchen, in the bathrooms, in the corners, and we don't have bugs because I ain't grow up with no bugs. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't grow up with bugs. I thought, and it's an ant, and it looks like a fire ant. Now it's one, so I'm not going. But today I'm going to get that stuff, put that down, child. Anyway, but I have become so health conscious, man. I am becoming very, very, very health conscious. And it just one day I just woke up and was like, Misty, your health means everything. Like everything. Like, I just been finding out, like even the way we exercise as women, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that unless you've been doing that your life. If that is your life, even they say if that's your life, at a certain age, you need to slow down from that. Like all this jumping and running and things that people think that women's supposed to do. Yeah. Women, especially when you get around menopausal age, we should resort to cycling and swimming. Less things that take stress off the body and not put stress on the body, right? So as we get older, we should not be running and moving very quickly and all these other things. We should not be doing any of that. We should be doing yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi walking, cycling, and swimming. That's what women should do. And one man said he always look. He said he's a doctor and he always look at people when they do that. He be like, he just leave his car. He be like, y'all gonna need that. Y'all gonna need that because one day, it's just one day. You can never feel a thing, but one day, you're not gonna be able to move. You're not gonna be able to walk. It's just one day. And that's the scariest shit ever. Like nobody can say, okay, if you do these things, this will pop, this and that. It's just one day. You'll feel a little ache. You'll feel a couple more little aches, and then boom, the bottom has fell out of your life as far as joint health is concerned. And yeah. It happened to me. It is happening. And I was wondering, I was like, why am I in physical therapy with all these people who don't know what happened to them? Now, clearly, a lot of people in there that you play football, volleyball, chill. We know how your injury is happening. I am walking and I stepped off a curve. I broke my whole damn foot. You know what I'm saying? What the hell happened now? So it's those things that you can come down and tear your whole leg up. You'd be like, what is this called? And these is not just big people. This is extra small, medium, and you think these things are not exacerbated because you don't have a lot of weight, but it's equal to the same. It's the same. The same injury. same everything. And I am going to get my health together. I am really hell-bent on that. On getting this thing together. It's time. It's time I really put some focus on me and physical and mental health, I'm really, I'm really, really into metacognition, like being mindful of my own thoughts and asking myself, why do I think that? Where is that coming from? But when you can get that with yourself, you're in an amazing spot. When you can be like, why are you thinking like that? What you feel? Anyway, but I can say that where I am mentally, I've never been in a more clearer place in my life. Like one day I just woke up and I don't hate people. Like I used to hold a grudge from here to New York. Do you hear me? I don't even want to. It's the craziest shit ever. I don't even want to. I don't even want to hate people. I just want you to heal. Now, whether you gonna do that or not is on you. But I just want you to heal. That's all I want for people. I want you to go inside yourself and choose you. Go inside yourself and get to know you. Figure out how you are hurting you and what you need to do to get better, to be a better you. That is my focus because I'm a firm believer. When it comes to raising children, the child's mental health is as healthy as the mother. That's what I feel. That's scientific. The child's mental health is predicated on the mother. And since that child mental health is predicated on the mother, it is imperative that that mother be mentally healthy. And I'm going to do that. I'm not going to make my child life a living hell because I can't emotionally regulate or I don't have emotional intelligence to know what things are and what they're not. I don't want my child believing in propaganda or things being engineered against him and think something is wrong with him. No, this is a system, baby. And I need to teach my child how to get around the system. To just get around the system because it's a way. But a lot of times we don't know about getting around the system because we ourselves haven't figured it out. And I think I have a good idea of how I get around the system. Just stop participating in it. Don't follow the trends in it. Don't participate in it. And so I want to walk that to my son. So when he gets older, he'll know, I ain't got to participate in that. Y'all can, but I didn't see my mom. Because a lot of things I do, I didn't see my mama do. My mama didn't have an ass load of friends. She didn't need it. I don't need it. 2, 3 of them, that's a party. Because when you look at being a friend to somebody, you have to manage emotions. You have to truly be there for people. You can't say, oh, this person is my friend and I'll never hear from him and I'll never talk to him. To me, that's not being a friend. When you are a true friend to somebody, you can bond with I don't know if men do that, but I know women can. You can bond with a woman and you can be like, wait a minute, something's wrong with my friend. Something's wrong. Like right now, I tell you, I have a friend and me and her stopped talking because I just could not take any more of her behavior towards me. And she was blind to her behavior towards me. And I was at a point in my life to I just couldn't take it. If that makes sense at all. I just like I can't take it. You know. I'm in a different place in my life. And I don't think I could give her the friendship that she needed. So, um, plus another, anyway, plus, she just wouldn't listen to me. She just would not listen to me. And, I had to learn you can't make people listen. But my thing is, you're not going to treat me like I wasn't talking. I was talking the whole time. You just didn't listen. But I was talking. And you listened to people who were in your situation that couldn't get themselves out. Why would you? But of course, that takes consciousness and maturity and self-awareness to do that. And I know something's wrong with her. Something got to be wrong. She is on my mind heavy. Heavy, 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 heavy. Like something is going on. She is on my mind heavy. And I want to reach out to her because I think that something is going on with her. But women can tie themselves to women like that. Be like, something's wrong with my friend. But I had to make sure I get me together because I can't regulate anybody. I can only regulate myself. And until I became a regulated person, I just couldn't be around a lot of people. I still can't. I still don't have the want to be around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I do want her to be okay. And I don't know if something is going on with her where she's not okay, but normally when I get those feelings, something be up. Because the last time when I reached out to her and I reconnected, I told her something. I felt like the ball was about to fall in her life. I said, something is about to fall in your life, Pooh. And why I can do that, I don't know why, but it did. It fell, and I had to come and swoop and save her. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to save people. I don't want to put myself in positions to save people. I do want to put myself in positions to be of assistance, but I don't want to have to save people. I don't want to do that. Because believe it or not, saving her out of this situation, I regret it. I really regret it. I think the ball was supposed to fall the way it fell, and I should have kept my damn self out of it, and I didn't. Sure did not. No, sure, and I regret that. I definitely regret that, and I will not do that again. But conscious Misty had to understand that with the ball, that ball was falling because it was supposed to. And you wasn't supposed to save it or make sense to it. It was supposed to fall the way it was falling. And yeah. Anyway, we'll never do that again. But in my consciousness, I am the most proud of me. The most proud of where I see myself. Where am I going? Like I'm clear. More clear than any time in my life. And I think that is the point for us to be clear. We have to get crystal clear where we are. So I can be the best self for the people that's going to cross my path. I need to be my best self for them. Because I asked for things. And they are manifesting, okay? So don't ask for nothing that you're not going to be a good steward of. And so I plan to be a good steward of what I've asked God for. And that goes with getting me together and making sure I'm on the right path so I don't lead other people astray or enter people's life and try to be their God, because I'm nobody's God. I'm only the God in my own life. So, happy May. And I'm going to keep journaling. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to keep it up because it's helping me to be my best self. Accountability. accountability is helping me be my best self.